Starfleet Academy Season 1, Episode 6. Recap. The Furies strike, and Braka's shocking return. Rating. Love goes cosmic. Terima and Caleb finally get closer and closer and fall deeply in love. Their love is cosmic and unheard of to Caleb. Their pillow talk is novel-worthy. Terima asks Caleb about his first time, and she explains her Betazoid first-time tradition of family tambourine dancing and fruitful coupling. Wait, what is that? They literally transcend into Betazoid mind-speaking. Terima transports them to her safe place. It is out of this world, softly, peaceful, warm, and comforting, until it's not. Caleb sees a cute little creature nestled amongst some beautiful golden flowering plants, and is shocked back to reality. He looks terrified, after it evoked some of his childhood memories. Somehow, Terima got into Caleb's head not intentionally, and dredged up some hidden memory. It just happened. It had something to do with his mom, and upset Caleb. He starts referring to Terima as weird, and tells her she should hide her special ability. He argues that she shouldn't go into his head and see things he didn't want her or anyone to see.
Her love bubble bursts.
Terima tells Caleb her ability is not a weird Betazoid thing. It's a part of her. Caleb's failed attempt at an apology drives Terima away. She leaves. Space Exploration Lesson. Captain Ake teaches the Starfleet and War College cadets a new lesson, the foundation of space exploration. She tries to instill in them what it means to truly explore unknown, uncharted space. She tells them to prepare for the unimaginable. She takes them to the ship graveyard. The War College uses it as a training ground for crisis response. The War College and Starfleet Academy will perform a joint training exercise together. She points out the ship they will use. The USS Miyazaki. It carried a singularity drive, an experimental warp alternative. It destroyed the ship when the crew first activated the drive. It caused a series of cascading mechanical failures, killing everyone aboard. Half of the cadets will board the ship to simulate a response mission, while the other half remains aboard the Athena bridge on alert to learn to effectively monitor and support crew members on away missions. Caleb arrives late, and he and Terima exchange a guarded glance. Chancellor Kelrek takes over instruction and gives them details to follow to complete the project. The cadets will work in two teams. One will reactivate life support aboard the Miyazaki. The other team will restart the ship's computer in less than an hour. The Blue team will be led by Lieutenant Commander Tomov. They will use Starfleet's newest plasma-based life support system and travel to the Miyazaki by shuttle. The suits look very cool. No more questions, and no additional information provided. They are all on their own. Red team will be Blue team's tactical support, providing operational and logistical support from the Athena's bridge. Chancellor Kelrek reminds them that away missions only succeed with teamwork. He emphasizes that the Blue and Red team need to work together. There is a mixture of Starfleet and War College cadets on both teams. If they fail to revive the ship in 60 minutes, the away team has to return to the shuttle, and both teams get replaced by the next rotation of teams. Everyone takes their assigned stations when shift change is called. The Doctor takes another set of Red team members and informs them when they will take over. This team has Terima and her brother, Okam. Terima seems a little unfocused and sad. Chancellor Kelrek reminds everyone that in the field, their lives depend on their ability to get the most out of limited resources. No team has scored above 65% in 5 years. The mission begins. Crag, Caleb, and Sam are on the first team, Tomov's Blue team. They head to the Miyazaki. The ship's computer informs the cadets to do a mandatory debrief after completing their Miyazaki shift. Sam asks Tomov if he's meditating. Tomov says he used to read stories about the Miyazaki, and that led him to the War College. Caleb says it's all Starfleet propaganda to brainwash people into working for Starfleet. There's an ongoing bet that Tomov's team would be the ones to restore power to the Miyazaki. Genesis is on the Red team aboard the Athena and clears them to board the ship. The ship is dark. Caleb hotwires the power on the ship and gets life support online. Lura is upset because she lost her wager. Darum sees some odd readings and gets the captain to check it. She says it's not Starfleet and no one else has clearance to board. There are 30 unknown power sources moving toward the Miyazaki. 10 unknown life forms have also appeared and boarded the ship. Captain Ake calls for emergency transport to get the Blue team off the Miyazaki immediately. Lura can't transport Blue team because the transporter signal is being blocked. Genesis says there's a massive energy field surrounding the Miyazaki. It's jamming all systems. There's no sensors or comms. The Athena is being hailed. Captain Ake talks to an unknown life form, Duoskra. They say they are claiming the Miyazaki as salvage for the Furies. Newscrush shows them they have captured the blue team. Caleb comes on screen. Duoskra says they are hungry. Captain Ake tries to negotiate, and the Furies leader says they will give them 5 hours to provide them with 30,000 bars of latinum, or the blue team will get eaten. Aliens claim the Miyazaki. Lives lost. Old villain returns. The doctor tells the next shift of cadets that their rotation has been suspended. Terima asks what's happening, but gets no answer. Captain Ake and Admiral Vance discuss the situation. Vance believes the Furies have a cloaked vessel nearby. The latinum is being prepared. Admiral Vance warns Captain Ake that the Furies have killed their hostages even after they received the ransom payment. He tells them Skra broke out of prison and killed 19 guards. The blue team make it to the Miyazaki bridge and secure the bridge door. Sam is able to contact the computer. It has to reassemble its code in order to become fully functional again. AV quotes a famous Star Trek quote, "The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one," to Caleb when questioned. The Furies begin to break down the bridge door. Sam says she can reassemble the code. Commander Tomov's body was ejected from the Miyazaki's airlock after the Furies finished dining on him. Everyone on the bridge sees it. Captain Ake takes action. She goes to see Braka, the space pirate. He is still enamored with her and ready to be a diplomat. Admiral Vance asks what makes the Furies vulnerable. Noose says the Furies are always in pain. The only relief they get is when they hurt other people. Admiral Vance asks Nuss what he uses against the Furies, and they will give him additional humanitarian supplies. Noose tells them the way to get rid of the cannibalistic Furies is to stop supplying Tegeta I with dilithium. He has found a way to fight the Furies, but is not sharing that information. Genesis suggests a method to find the cloaked Furies ship. Do they find the ship? Can Braka be trusted? And what was his ulterior motive? Does Captain Ake figure out what he really is hiding from them to defeat the Furies? How does Tarma help the Blue Team cadets? What does tiny fireflies mean? What is JY9 Alpha? Do they activate the singularity drive? Can it be controlled? Do the Blue Team cadets get free? What happens to AV, Terima, and Sam? How does a comic book help the Blue Team cadets? What is Nala's trauma loop? What is Baraka's gift to Nala? Wow! What just happened? I have to rewatch this episode several times because there's a lot to digest. Baraka has a love-hate, mostly hate relationship with Nala Ake in his own mind. He has nothing but contempt for her. He returned and caused so much chaos and left questions unanswered. The new alien species encountered, the Furies, is horribly nightmarish. Everyone was traumatized in this episode. There were deaths, and one cadet went comatose. Miss Braka escapes, and is definitely a dangerous villain with a vendetta against Captain Ake. What began as a reasonably controlled crisis response training project for the Starfleet and War College cadets became a tragic and dangerous real-life scenario for everyone. Vance makes Miss Braka the most hunted person in the universe. This episode captured all my attention, and it seemed to approach cinematic quality. I still can't figure out all that happened. This is how some of the previous Star Trek series and movie experiences left the viewer. Paul Giamatti did what he does best and treated us to another entertaining performance. This episode was truly good, and I gave it 4.9 out of 5 stars.